What is going on, guys? Reverend Saint here, and I got myself the Golden MSMC submachine gun gameplay for you guys today. I do gotta say though, this gameplay is a little bit lengthy. It's about a little bit over 10 minutes long, but it's good. I couldn't play TDM at all, so I couldn't get a short gameplay. I apologize. I didn't want to do free for all because that's just too short, you know. So I wanted to give you guys a really good one with some streaks and stuff like that. So I had to play some kill confirmed in order to get it. Now the gameplay is a lot longer, like I said. I apologize, but well, here it is. It's really good, guys. I get 2 swarms in this gameplay. I go 65 and 6. I get 3 VSATs. Choke the triple dogs and triple swarm because, well, I'm a dummy. Because they started spawn camping because they really did not want me to get my streaks for a second time in that life. So I understand why they did it. It was just kind of frustrating that I couldn't get the triple because of that, and that's actually the main reason why I couldn't play TDM anymore, is because everyone's spawn camping. But we're gonna get into that in a second here, because this video might get a little bit real later on, like towards the middle of this. But first, obviously, I got to talk about the gameplay and the gun and the setup and stuff like that. Obviously, Golden MSMC, one of my favorite guns in the game, if not my favorite gun period, is definitely one of the best guns. It's definitely probably the best submachine gun as well. Now, a couple people might argue like the Scorpion, because it's just so freaking powerful. You can just melt people with that, especially if you have a really good connection. You can just pull that trigger and you're pretty much going to kill somebody, even if you're hip firing. It doesn't matter. That's how good the Scorpion is because of the fire rate. But with the ammo consumption and how often you'll have to reload and stuff like that, I think this one just does nudge it out just a little bit, because it's got much better range to it as well. The thing doesn't really kick too much. So you can actually challenge some like long range or mid to long range, not like super long range, assault rifle users. Maybe some snipers too in certain maps like this one, like Plaza. Shot the crap out of that guy because, well, I wasn't too happy with him because of how he was talking and how he was sitting up on top of that freaking building in our spawn. So I was kind of upset. That's why I shot the crap out of his dead body. I apologize for getting angry like that, guys. It's normally not what I do. But moving on. Got great range on it, got great damage, so those long range shots will actually kill pretty easily. Got a it's a decent fire rate. It's kind of slower. It's slower than most of the submachine guns, than the Vector, than the MP7, than the Scorpion, obviously. But it's still good. It's not too slow, you know. It's not like I'm trying to kind of think of a gun to compare it to, but I really can't right now. It's really not that bad. So. But the clip size is smaller. It's probably I think it's the smallest one out of all of the submachine guns. It's only 30 bullets, 30 shots. That's it, 30 rounds. That's the word I was looking for. I want to say clips. I'm like, no, that's a casing with like 4 bullets that goes into the gun. Anyway, moving on. It's only 30 bullets, so it kind of runs out. But with the power and the accuracy of it, it's actually not too bad. You can easily take somebody out. If you got good accuracy, you can easily take somebody out with 6 bullets left in the mag pretty confidently. So it's not too bad. I like it a lot. Definitely one of my favorite guns. Looks sweet. I think it sounds cool. I love it. Very popular in the pro community as well. That's why you see a lot of people streaming with it, or at tournaments using it a lot and stuff like that. So definitely in my top guns. I definitely recommend you guys using it. Now the perks I use with this are pretty much the same you would normally use on like a rushing class, because that's just my play style. Now perks kind of tend to go more with playstyle rather than the gun, and obviously the guns go with playstyle as well, but not all the time. You can rush with an M8. I rush with an M8 all the time and do freaking awesome sometimes. Sometimes I do terrible. It's kind of iffy, but like the perks are pretty much all playstyle though. Like if you're more of like a long range, you're going to be back, you're going to be using toughness all the time. You're not going to be using dexterity as much, maybe extreme conditioning a little bit more. Because you don't have to pull up from sprinting because you're at longer range. You're going to be prepared for that. That's just my opinion of how I would do it. You're not going to be using stuff like that. So, and you're probably not going to be using flak jacket either, which I would use probably more of a competitive zone. But what I'm using right now is lightweight, and I'm using hardline to get my streaks faster. I wouldn't use that in like League or any type of competitive thing because it's not quite useful. Mainly in League because you can't use it in League. But like I just wouldn't use it. It's not very competitive. It doesn't really help you that much when it comes to actually winning gunfights and games. Then I use, what do I use? Toughness, so I don't get as much kick or like flinch when I get shot, and I can keep my shots dead accurate while they're, so it's a proper gunfight essentially, so you gotta make sure that you're dead accurate while getting shot. You guys understand how all these perks work. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but dexterity is there as well, so I can aim faster when sprinting. If someone surprises me, I'm able to pull my gun up quickly and get some great shots on them, try to take them out before they take me out. Now, that also has to do with sensitivity. I do tend to play on a lower sensitivity. I play on 5. I love it. Keeps you dead accurate, but it's just fast enough to turn on some people. Not everybody. You won't do it very much, but it's definitely possible. So I like 5 because I like to try and keep everybody in front of me anyway. Moving on, guys, that's pretty much everything I use on this class, excluding equipment. I don't use any equipment on this. That's just personal preference. But that's that. My streaks are VSAT Dog Swarm. You guys probably saw some of those in this game. Pretty darn good. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay in the background. Now, I do want it to get a little bit real right now, so we're going to dig deep and get real. Not that real, don't worry. I just want to talk about some things that make me rage. And I'm not talking about just in game, I'm talking about in real life. Slow drivers, but we're not going to get into that because, you know, everyone hates slow drivers. I'm just talking about stuff I've experienced lately in game and lately out of game. Yesterday I went to Cedar Point, and I think I might actually make like a funny little video about this subject. But we'll get into that in 1 second. Let's talk about the game aspect first. I hate spawn campers. Like I said at the beginning of this video, that's why I can't play TDM anymore. Why? Because for someone like me who's on YouTube trying to get gameplays and stuff, you're not going to do bad against spawn campers. Why? Because obviously you're okay at the game, you understand it, you know what to do when that situation comes to actually get the win, to get some kills. But when it comes to getting streaks and everyone, like, I'm not talking like, okay, 1 or 2 guys in their spawn. I'm talking like literally entire teams. I ran into 6 games before I got this gameplay in TDM where the entire 6 different lobbies, where the entire 6-man team was camping in their spawn. At the beginning of the game, I ran halfway through the map, took a left to that edge of the map, turned around, went right to that edge of the map, found nobody. Nobody was getting shot. It was 0-0 for like a minute and a half. Then I ran into their spawn, killed 2 guys, then get killed, shot in the back. Because they're all spawn camping. They're all sitting in their spawn. They're not moving. Now, I was still doing good. I was still getting 2 3.0s, but I wasn't able to get my big streaks. I'm like, I need to get a gameplay, and I don't want to post a gameplay where I'm getting 10, 12 deaths. I might be getting 30 kills, 36 kills, stuff like that, but I'm getting 10 to 12 deaths, and to me, it's too much. You don't want to, you guys don't want to watch me die and die and die and die and die. I wouldn't want to watch that, so I like to try and get something that I would like to watch. And like this is a great gameplay. So I would sit here and I would watch this gameplay. Whereas like 30 and 12, I mean, I might, depending on what the subject was that was being talked about was, but I'm not going to sit there and watch a guy die 12 times only getting 30 kills in the TDM. And I mean, it might not be that guy's fault because they are spawn camping like that, but I mean, it's just not as entertaining in my opinion as a 65 and 6, like below 10. I try to keep my deaths below 10 depending on how many kills I get. Like if I got 100 kills and 10 deaths, I'd post that up there. That's freaking awesome. That's nuts. I've actually never gotten 100 plus. I've gotten like 97 and 2, but I've never been able to hit the 100 plus. It's always eluded me. I don't know why. But that's just one of my big pet peeves when it comes to any type of shooter is spawn camping. The entire team spawn camping with LMGs with target finders, riot shields planted on the ground, hiding behind them with the LMGs and the dual band scopes. All that stuff I hate. Now snipers with dual band scopes, I think that's kind of okay. It's not nearly as bad. It's a sniper. It makes sense. But when it comes to LMGs, I freaking hate it, guys. I hate target finders. I think they're overpowered. I hate the MMS sight. I don't think that should be allowed in like anything. It shouldn't be. I don't like it. It's too much in my opinion. It's too easy. So I mean, I used to use it in League and Search just to make sure I could win essentially back when I was worse. But I've gotten better now, and now it's like annoying because it's like I found stuff that's better to run against like the majority of people, but when you run into that one guy who's using it, it makes you so mad. Now, I want to talk a little bit about real life stuff. I just went to Cedar Point yesterday, all day long, went there till like midnight, till it closed. It was awesome, I had a ton of fun, but I discovered that nobody knows how to walk in a theme park. Everyone's like looking around like, oh hey, look at that, oh hey, look at that, oh hey, look, like they've never seen a roller coaster in their entire freaking life. That place doesn't have very much scenery other than coasters because it's got so freaking many roller coasters. It's just all road. Millennium Forest, for those of you who, you know, don't know about the park but know that ride, because it's kind of like an internationally known ride. I hate it when people are like bumping into you and don't know where they're going. They're just looking around. It's like, focus, man. You're being freaking rude. And people who just push through you, I hate that so much. And obviously, Soul Drivers. Now, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed 65 and 6. Obviously, I didn't have much to talk about today, but I hope you guys enjoyed. GTA 5 is coming out on Tuesday. I'm going to be playing that later in the day after work because I couldn't get that day off. Apologies. I'll probably be streaming it. Who knows? But that's pretty much it. Vote for the next gold gun down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.